Here is a full movie script outline for a Titanic sequel, built respectfully around the original film's ending and themes. Since the Titanic 1997 ends with the present-day elderly Rose Dawson Calvert seemingly dying in her sleep and reuniting with Jack in the afterlife, this sequel continues from that emotional and spiritual point, without dishonoring the legacy or realism of the original. Title: Titanic, Echoes Beneath. Genre: romance, drama, mystery. Tone: poetic, emotional, historical, keeping the spirit of the original. Setting: 1962, 15 years after the Titanic wreck was discovered, shifting between Boston, Newfoundland, and the Atlantic Ocean. Premise: years after the events of Titanic, a young oceanographer discovers an artifact from the Titanic that leads him on a search to uncover a hidden part of Rose Dawson's life. As he follows the trail, he uncovers a legacy of love, loss, and secrets that connect generations, and perhaps even a daughter Rose never mentioned. Main characters: James, Jamie, Calvert, Rose's great-grandson, a passionate oceanographer obsessed with the Titanic. Eliza Dawson, a mysterious woman in her 50s who claims to have a connection to the Titanic, and to Rose. Young Rose flashbacks reappears in dreamlike sequences that tie the past to the present. Captain Thomas Gray, Jamie's expedition leader, skeptical of legends and obsessed with facts. Jack Dawson, seen only in flashbacks or Rose's dreams. ACT-1, The Discovery. Opening scene. We see Rose's death at the end of Titanic, but now, as her soul fades, we see a locked box hidden in the ocean depths, near the wreck of the Titanic. Jamie, a marine explorer and Rose's great-grandson, is part of an underwater research team exploring the Titanic in 1962. He's unaware of the true scope of his grandmother's past, knowing only fragments. During a dive, he finds a watertight suitcase with the initials, RD, near where the heart of the ocean was thrown. Inside are an old journal, a photograph of Rose with a child, a painting of a house near the cliffs. The journal contains cryptic notes in Rose's handwriting, and the name, Eliza Dawson. ACT-2, The Search. Jamie returns to the surface and begins investigating. He's shocked to discover that Eliza Dawson is still alive and living in isolation on the coast of Newfoundland. He travels to meet her, and the emotional weight of the past begins to unfold. Eliza reveals that she is Rose's daughter, born in secrecy after the Titanic sank. Rose had run from her former life, changed her name, and raised Eliza in hiding, always fearing that her past might catch up to them. Jamie struggles to believe this. Why would Rose keep her daughter a secret? But Eliza shows him letters from Rose, torn pages of the journal Jamie recovered. Flashbacks. Rose's life after Titanic. The film cuts between 1962 and a series of dreamlike flashbacks. Rose, after the Titanic, living under the radar. Her struggles during the Great Depression. Her quiet romance with a farmer, not Jack, and the birth of Eliza. Rose telling bedtime stories to Eliza about a man named Jack Dawson, stories Eliza thought were fairy tales. ACT-3, Echoes of the Past. Jamie begins to realize that Rose's final act, throwing the heart of the ocean into the sea, wasn't just symbolic. It was a message. A code within her journal points to a specific location near the wreck. Back with the dive team, Jamie leads one last mission. They descend to a new part of the wreck, beneath collapsed debris. There, they find a sealed music box Rose once mentioned in the journal. Inside, a drawing Jack made of her, different from the nude one. A locket with a miniature of Jack. A second, secret copy of The Heart of the Ocean, a replica Jack had made for her before the crash, made from blue glass. ACT-4, Reunions and Goodbyes. Jamie and Eliza reconcile their shared history, finally understanding Rose's choices. Eliza had never sought fame or recognition, only peace. She asks Jamie not to publish what they found. Instead, she gives him a small carving Jack once gave Rose, saying, "Some stories are meant to be whispered, not shouted." Jamie returns to the sea, placing Jack's glass heart beside the Titanic wreck, as a tribute. Final scene. The afterlife. Like the ending of Titanic, we revisit the afterlife. This time, we see Rose, young again, walking through a grand version of the Titanic. This time, Eliza is also there, but as a child. Jack waits at the top of the staircase. Rose takes Jack's hand. Eliza watches from the edge, smiling. The camera pans away, fading out with the sound of waves and music. A new original score echoes My Heart Will Go On, but with different lyrics, from Jack's point of view this time. A duet, perhaps. Title card before credits. To those lost, to those remembered, and to those who carried love through time, this voyage never truly ends.